Hey guys, 7WB Rocks here. Thank you so much for joining me on episode 39 of Saturday Night's Kickout. Was a little worried because last week I couldn't just go online for a Google Hangout. Would not work whatsoever. So I was like, I really hope that it fixes or something because I really want to continue this series. I love doing this series, and we're back. So Saturday Night's episode 39. I should have tweeted it. Usually I tweet, going live so I can get some viewers on really early on the show. But I just totally forgot to. And also, if you can hear music, my dad is blaring his music. So if you hear during when I do short pauses and stuff, I know I talk a lot and I talk extremely fast. But when I do take those pauses, if you hear music blaring, that's why. So thanks, Dad. Woo! Give me a copyright. No, just kidding. All right, we're going to jump into Raw. Really, Raw. I didn't have that many points or notes for it, but it's good because I'm talking about Lucha Underground, talking about NXT, and go in depth in TNA and all those. So it's good that we shortened up one because I know a lot of people wanted me, or not a lot of people, handful of people wanted me to do Lucha Underground. So if it means a shorter Raw, that means I'd be able to fit in Lucha Underground and still not go too long. So I named this episode Wyatt Family Matters, paying homage to the Family Matters show with Steve Urkel. Love that show, along with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Full House. Doesn't get better than those three. But I wanted to name this episode Daniel Bryan Stripped of the Title while Taryn Terrell just strips. But I like to keep this PG, and that would be too long of a title. So we're going to keep it Wyatt Family Matters. Wyatt Family have returned. Apparently, stuff actually happens on SmackDown. It actually progresses storylines. I know, I'm baffled. I don't watch SmackDown, but I saw they showed it on Raw that it was Luke Harper versus Fandango, and Eric Rowan came out after the match. I think Harper had beaten him. Came out after the match, and when it looked like he was going to save Fandango, he ended up beating up Fandango along with Harper. So that made it, I think it was Eric Rowan versus Fandango, or it was Harper versus Fandango again, but doesn't matter. The two are back, and they beat the crap out of Fandango. So for Rowan, I think he really needed this because him as a face wasn't really working out because I think he was fine as a face. I think that was a good idea, but creative just wasn't willing to book him in any matches or give him a actual storyline. Yeah, he was with the whole Cena thing with Ziggler and Ryback where they had to fight for their jobs, but now it just seemed like there was nothing for him. Harper easily could have made it out on his own. I think he's perfectly fine, but he really wasn't doing anything after winning the IC title. He kind of died down. So I'm glad he's got this. It looks like him and Rowan will be in the tag team contention maybe for the titles. And I think they both deserved, or of course not both, but I think them as a team deserved a title run. I swear I thought 3 different times they were going to beat the Usos for the tag titles. Never happened. So I think they rightfully deserve a tag team title run. But then I don't think they'd win it off New Day. So maybe they verse them in the Elimination Chamber maybe. But I see New Day holding them for a little while. So we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Next, Neville versus Cena in the U.S. title open. I love this. I think it's such a great thing for Cena to help younger talent and not always be in the main event. So I really like this. Have him have his segment, but he hasn't been in the main event for a really long time. So Neville put up a great showing and looked like he was going to get the win. Yeah, that's right. I guarantee if he had hit that red arrow he was going for, or he did, I bet freaking Cena would have kicked out, caught him in midair, mid-kick out, attitude adjustment, STF, got the 1, 2, 3. But he hit the red arrow when it looked like he was about to beat Super Cena. Rusev came out and crushed Cena and crushed Rusev, or Neville. He didn't crush himself. That sounds weird. Moving on. He crushed Neville, and they just set up their I Quit match. And come on. It's Super Cena. He isn't going to lose. Moving on. Mandel, Macho Mandel versus Curtis Axel. It would look like the classic Hulk Hogan versus Macho Man. Axel playing Hogan, Macho Man being Mandel, Ms. Dow. I don't care, Dow. I really hated this. I thought it was just like, what are you doing with Sandow? The whole point of his promo when he left The Miz was, I'm going to be my own person. Oh, wait, I'm going to intimidate or imitate every single person I see. So he's doing the whole Macho Man impression, which I thought was really stupid. I thought the match was just so stupid. Then the Ascension came out, and man, did it change my way of thinking. I thought it was pretty funny, to be honest, because the Ascension come out, they go to attack Mandel and, Axel, whatever. But Mandel, Damien, I'm just going to call him Mandel. All right. Mandel throws one of them out. He goes to do something to the other one. I think he did a body slam or something. Tells Axel, the man he was versing 10 minutes ago, to hit that leg drop. Axel hits the leg drop. Then they join forces. They do the mega powers where, Hogan or Mandel's like, come on, shake my hand, Hogan. Finally shake hands. Apparently they're called the meta powers. I don't even really get where that came from. Yeah, every WWE's Twitter page or Wikipedia, they're called the meta powers. So I think that's funny because it was two guys that didn't have anything to do, but are entertaining. Don't get me wrong, they're both really entertaining, and they just weren't put into any storylines. So put them together, and freaking the forces collide, and we get a black hole. But I'm excited for them. They're versing the Ascension. I'm sure they end up beating the Ascension, but at Payback for the pre-show. But I'm glad they're on the same side. I think that's going to be really funny. Bryan was forced to give up the Intercontinental Championship. Another sad promo by him. Kind of like he lost his smile. It really paralleled with Shawn Michaels when he lost his smile when he had to give up the IC title. And he said basically that he was going to, or it was like the doctor said it could be weeks, could be months, could be years, or he's probably not even going to be able to come back. So that's really disappointing. It just sucks to see him go through this. And a lot of his book stuff is coming up now. At Barnes & Noble's website, thanks to, go check out him on YouTube. Squared Circle Sports and WB TNA 1152 or WB TNA 1152 made a video about it. Squared Circle Sports sent me the link. Barnes & Noble's website, you can get that book for $17. Pre-order it. Comes out July 25th, I want to say. Somewhere in July. I know it's July. And you can get his book for $17 plus shipping and handling, autographed. So I definitely say you should go on. I'm hoping to do it soon. I don't know. I'm still trying to save up for shows and stuff. My Ring of Honor weekend, I'm still really trying to save up. But I'm going to try to get that book signed, and $17, that's a freaking steal. And I hear his book is depressing and amazing, and it's everything we want it to be. So I'm really excited to read his book. But tough break. I really don't know what's going to happen. That really sucks. I just hope he's able to come back and finally stay consistent without injuries, because he's one of the best wrestlers, and I'm so freaking happy and proud to be able to see his journey in WWE. I never got to see the Ring of Honor or indie stuff, but WWE to watch that of him and know him at both WrestleManias. So good for him, and not good for him. Why did I just say that? Gosh dang, bad for him. But I was really glad he got to have his moments, and we'll see where he goes from here. So really, really sad stuff for him. Moving on, we're going to go, oh yeah, real quick, the Intercontinental Championship will be on the line at the Elimination Chamber. So I'm excited to see who gets it. And, yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. Moving on, Orton versus Rollins in the main event. And basically J&J Security came out mid-match, and they attacked Orton. Got a disqualification. That led to Ambrose coming out and Reigns to make the save, beat up J&J. And then Reigns, Ambrose, Orton team up, kill Seth Rollins in the process. Reigns spears Orton, and every man for himself at Payback. And Ambrose turns Reigns around and hits the Dirty Deeds. And once again, Ambrose is on top. That's 2 weeks in a row. Ambrose is on top of the his fellow competitors at Payback. So that means he's gonna get crushed at Payback, because if a guy looks good going into pay-per-view, he's gonna die at the pay-per-view. So. Yeah, I don't know. Kane's gonna help him or something. I don't know. I really don't really care. Rollins gonna retain. I think he's gonna retain till SummerSlam. We'll see what happens with the SummerSlam match. I'm sure Brock will come in the picture soon enough. We're gonna move on to NXT. Oh man, this one starting it off. This got under my skin so bad. I know it got under my buddy Ryan, again, Squared Circle Sports on YouTube. Got under his skin so bad. Baron Corbin versus Solomon Crow, and in a one-on-one match, of course, one-on-one. And Solomon Crow's got entrance music. He's changing his hair left and right. It seems like WWE had him, win his first few matches. Does not get a lot of offense in his matches, which really worried me. This just sent me over the freaking edge. So Baron Corbin, I was thinking, okay, maybe they're working Rhino called out Baron Corbin. So I'm like, maybe it's a disqualification or something. He's not going to lose to him clean. No, that is what happened. Baron Corbin just demolished Solomon Crow. Solomon Crow got a few hits in, I think. I think he may have gotten one big move in. But he gets out of the ring, or he's climbing back into the ring, like bounces himself off the rope while like getting in the ring. So he flings himself towards Baron. Baron catches him and hits the end of days right onto him. Got the 1, 2, 3. So me. I was so pissed. I freaking love Solomon Crow. I think he's so underrated. I think he should be. It took him so long just to get on NXT TV. Finally he does, wins a few matches, and boom, to Baron Corbin, who, by the way, the NXT fans chanted during the match, Baron's gonna bore you. So that should not be a good sign. Corbin. I don't have anything against him, but and talk to him just really pisses me off. I think I'm going to bring up a lot of my friends. Ryan, he should have been Crow versus Rhino. Like, I don't really feel like you need to put Baron over. He was able to beat guys in like 15 seconds. You don't really have to put Baron over. I think it should have been Rhino versus Solomon Crow. I think that's a much better sounding match. And I would just worry about Baron Corbin, his wrestling ability. It seems like he can have long matches. He had one with Neville that was semi-long. I say semi-long, but it was about 8 minutes. And it was a good match. But I feel like Crow versus Rhino would have been a lot better. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think about this. I know Ryan is so pissed about that because he's Sami Callihan, just like huge fan. Moving on. Finn Balor and Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze and Adam Rose. It's going to be Balor versus Itami versus Breeze at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable. But Hideo has a 6 to 8 month injury, so they did not announce anything. But I definitely see Hideo not being in that match. Them announcing it on next Wednesday. But I'm gonna go into that match later. But basically, the tag match, I don't know why Adam Rose was there. He was just like, Tyler Breeze needs a partner. Let's just send Adam Rose. So basically, Hideo and Finn were not on the same page because, they're, just working the storyline for the match. They're not going to be on the same page. They're going to be enemies on Wednesday, so how can they coexist as partners? And when it looked like Hideo Itami, it was something like, I think Hideo or Finn tagged himself in. No, excuse me. Hideo tagged himself in. He goes up to the top rope, and Finn comes back, tags himself in, and it gets like the one. Breeze ends up getting the win or something. I don't know. Sorry, I really should know better, but I don't know. I just remember Finn was pissed off because Hideo. Sorry, I messed it up. It was. How do I explain this? Finn tagged himself in. Yeah, Finn tagged himself in, went to the top rope. Then later on the match, Hideo tagged himself in, and then he ended up getting pinned. So basically, Finn was pissed off at Hideo, saying, why'd you tag yourself in? You suck. And Breeze came in and just super kicked both of them, taking them both out. And Rose came up behind him and was like, we did it. Party, bro. Yeah. And then Breeze super kicked the fudge out of Adam Rose. So Tyler Breeze once again is on top. So he was just like Ambrose. The past 2 weeks, he's been the last man standing. But here's what I think for the match. Hideo's out, but Breeze just super kicked Adam Rose. Adam Rose had that big ESPN documentary thing on him, so it seems like a lot of fans are really taking to him now. Triple H seems to be behind him. So honestly, I actually see Adam Rose taking Hideo Itami's place because it kind of goes along with the storyline. Tyler Breeze did super kick Adam Rose to end off NXT. So I could think, them announcing Hideo's out, Adam Rose says, if he's out, I want a piece of Tyler Breeze. So you put me in that match. And boom, we got that match. That I think that'd be interesting. Maybe it's just going to be Balor versus Tyler Breeze, but it should be a good match nonetheless. And I just want to see where Hideo plays in on this. So one viewer, we're doing it, guys. High five. All right, so Got my Finn Balor shirt on. Looking sick. All right, not really. I look like a tool. Anyway, the final segment, Sami Zayn and Owens had a little confrontation job I've ever seen in my life. Basically, if you didn't know, NXT, of course, is pre-taped. So Sami Zayn had his match with Cena, hurt his shoulder, and Sami Zayn's already in the ring for NXT. Kevin Owens comes out. The camera cuts off from Sami Zayn, only shows Kevin Owens while Sami Zayn's talking. And you can hear Sami Zayn's edited, recorded voice saying, "Oh, I got hurt against my Cena match, but I'm still going to have our match at Unstoppable." So I just thought that it just looked so poorly done. But, yeah, so Kevin Owens basically left him, or Sami Zayn was pleading with him, saying, is this really – it's personal, all right? So stop saying you did this for this family. Is this because your son likes to wear a Sami Zayn shirt and not your shirt? And the fans were like, "Oh, no, he didn't. It's up to go down." Kevin Owens left the ring feeling no response was needed, and he turned around and said, "You know what? When I beat you for the title, you left because you needed to rethink things, but that's not true. I know why you left, and it's because you were hurt." And he knows how he hurt him. And at Unstoppable, he's going to hurt him again, but this time he's not coming back. So really intimidating promo by Kevin Owens. And should be a really good match. I'm really excited for it, and I'm hoping it's like Sami Zayn doesn't come out all happy and stuff. I hope he comes right to the ring and they just start brawling, and it's a really good match. I expect it to be really, really fun. I'll give my prediction, I guess, on Tuesday probably, next Tuesday, of course, and give my predictions. But it should be a really good match. I'm looking forward to Unstoppable. NXT special events are always amazing. I can't wait. It should be really, really good. Had something to say about the match, but I totally forgot. Sorry. Moving on to Lucha Underground. Dang, was Lucha Underground a great show. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to start off. Aerostar came out. He had just lost to Drago in their best of 5 series with a unique opportunity, and it's kind of good Aerostar didn't win because Drago went on to win the best of 5. Got a championship shot, but then he lost the match, so he is gone from Lucha Underground. So Aerostar is probably thinking, yes, not me. So Aerostar versus the new debuting Jack Evans. I was so freaking excited when Jack Evans came out. I think he's a tremendous athlete. I think it's crazy no company has ever signed him like TNA. He had a few matches with TNA, but it didn't really take. And a lot of people just say his wrestling ability and stuff, just being able to do all those flips, it really wouldn't work out like on a full week-to-week show. He'd have to really tone it down, which I definitely understand. But Jack Evans came out and he was playing the heel because he was like the white guy that thought he was this big. He thought he was the best lucha libre wrestler in the world, and he was just some gringo. So that was Matt Striker saying that. So it was a really fun match. I really enjoyed Jack Evans playing the heel. I thought he did it really well. And the finish was insane. Now, they got to the top rope. Aerostar basically tucked him in, and I thought he was just going to do like a power bomb, like, sunset flip into a power bomb. He freaking hit a Canadian Destroyer off the top rope. No, I'm not talking like Adam Cole Canadian Destroyer where he jumps off, lands on the ground, and then goes into it. I'm talking both of them were on the top rope, and he freaking did a Canadian Destroyer. It was insane. Got the 1, 2, 3 on Jack Evans. So I was really surprised Evans lost, but it was a great match, and I'm sure he'll be back. So I'm looking forward to that. Next match was a 7-man, just every man for themselves match. It was crazy. It was like they just got 7 random guys and were like, you know what, let's just do a cool match. And that's exactly what they did. I'm going to say the stipulation thing later, but the guys in the match were Phoenix, Sexy Star, or, the women, Phoenix, Sexy Star, The Mac, Killshot, Cage, King Cuerno, and Pentagon Jr. So really good, like the best people in the match. And it was another, not really a unique opportunity, but dude, I'm going to try to say his name. I keep forgetting it. I made 2 tweets where I spelled his name wrong both times, differently too. And so I had to delete both my tweets. But it's Dario Cueto, I think. I don't know why, but I always mix that up with King Cuerno. So Dario Cueto, he had his not really unique opportunity thing, but earlier on the show he was talking to his brother, who I forget his name, it starts with an M, but he's that beast thing in the cage They never show his face. They never show what he looks like, but you can tell he's this like monster. Like, I'm not talking like Brian Cage monster. I'm talking like legit monster. So he's talking to his brother, and he's got like some, I forget what they called it, an ancient medallion, I think is what they called it. It was like this like rock thing. And he was just like, it has powers from the gods, and it's from the Avengers, so you know it's cool. Like, that's legit. There's 7 of them, and one of them was on the line, and whoever won got the stone thing and becomes Hulk Hogan or something. I don't know. But it had like an Avengers feel to it, like his like low-key staff cube thing. It was like that, and awesome match. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to say right now, it was match of the week for me. I usually do that segment later. I'll do it again and explain a little things because maybe you guys are saying, oh, if you watch Ring of Honor, you know that wasn't match of the week. But I'll get into that later on the show. But awesome match. They put out insane spots. It was just so great. And Phoenix ended up getting the win. The same guy that beat Mil Muertes in the Grave Consequences match, the basket match. So they're really pushing Phoenix. I mean, he was the like first guy to really beat Mil Muertes in a freaking buried alive match or casket match. Then he wins this stone thing. So he goes in the locker room, and Katrina comes in the locker room. Yes, Mil Muertes, Katrina, sorry. And she comes out, and she's like, "You're a fool, and you suck. So Mil Muertes is gonna kill you when he comes back from the dead." And he grabs her, and then the lights go out, and she like is gone. She disappears. She does some like voodoo crap. And Phoenix looks up. I think he still had the stone thing with him. Looks up, and it was just like a bunch of guys on his locker, on the lockers in face paint, and they were just like towering over him. And they were like, "Dude, you're on acid. This is crazy." And they jump down, and like the scene cuts off. So who knows what that medallion thing did to Phoenix? But I feel like he's gonna come back when he like looking like he's on steroids or something, or have like some mystical powers. But yeah. I like legit and have no idea what the medallion does to bring him like the greatest power on earth. So he's probably going to be OP, kill King Puma or Prince Puma. Gosh dang it. All right. Hernandez versus Alberto El Patron in a #1 contenders match for Prince Puma's title. There was like 5 minutes left in the show. So I was like, okay, something's going to happen. Usually Lucha Underground main events are like 20 minutes. But sure enough, who else? Who was I saying? Sorry. Alberto El Patron would look like he was about to get the win. And Johnny Mundo came out, the guy that Alberto beat to get into this opportunity. Mundo came out, attacked Alberto, just beating the crap out of him. And it's like, dude, what are you doing, Mundo? Like, calm down. And Matt Striker said they were friends, but I don't remember ever in the storyline them being like friends. But I'm like, pro, dude, you're cool. Because they like beat the crap out of each other the following week or the previous week. And Dario Cueto has his office right next to the ring. And Mundo took Alberto El Patron, and Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty'd him, threw him through the glass. He smashed through the glass. Dario Cueto is like just standing there like, this just got real. And Mundo rolls him back in, and Hernandez picks up the 1-2-3. So apparently the match was no DQ because the ref just let Mundo kill Alberto El Patron. And yeah, so I don't know. I like the match was just no disqualification, I guess. But Hernandez got the 1-2-3, so he's the #1 contender. And I'm looking forward to that more than Alberto versus Puma. I think Hernandez versus Puma will be a lot better. And Lucha Underground is really good. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really sad it's going to have to come to an end for Season 1. Season 2 is happening, but it's going to suck when that goes off TV for a while. I'm really going to miss it. Excuse me. Sorry, I apologize. I talk way too much. I'm sorry. But maybe I should get a guest. If you guys want me to get a guest, please let me know so you don't have to hear me talk like a lot. Even when I was on I'm going to get into TNA, but I did a full TNA review on WWE TNA 1152's channel. It was a lot of fun. I really did have a great time, and I talked so much. Like, through the video, I was like, I'm talking so much, and I'm not the host. This is really bad. But hopefully, Charles, you didn't mind. But it was a lot of fun, so I had a good time. And if you're watching this, or whoever was on the review last night is watching this, I'm probably going to say a lot of the same stuff I said last night, so you might want to leave the video, but if you don't, then you're just that great of a friend. But TNA, Team Angle, it was going to be Team Angle versus Team EY in a hardcore thing match. It was like a gauntlet style. It was like two guys start off, and then another guy comes out, and each guy can bring a weapon, and then when finally everyone's out, that's when pins and submissions can happen. So they picked their teams. Basically, it was Angle and Drew McIntyre, The Rising, but not The Rising. It was Micah. He left off Eli Drake because Eli Drake apparently sucks. And Chris Melendez, the one-legged guy. So the one-legged war hero. I shouldn't say one-legged guy. That makes it sound bad. But then EY came out, and he was just screaming. And basically his team was the Beatdown Clan. And they were like, hey, we need another guy because Lashley was Angle's final guy. So they were like, we need another guy. Let's do Homicide. Homicide was like doing something crazy. I don't know. So that's my sister. Sorry. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Homicide was like, nah, can't do it. I'm in Mexico. I don't know. That was really extremely racist. I apologize. But yeah, so they had a special guy, and I'll say who that was later. Next segment. Brooke and Rebel versus Marty, Bell, and Jade, just putting over the Dollhouse. Basically, Brooke and Rebel were just their jobbers. They got the win, and it was like Rebel did some like moon like split thing. She grabbed her leg, did the splits, and fell off the top rope, missing Jade like just so bad. Like she was on top rope, Jade moves out of the way, and she's like watching her move out of the way. And she's like, okay, I'm still gonna jump the exact same spot you were at. So she jumps, misses it, and they get like a double choke slam type thing. So good for them. I don't know. Anderson versus Tyrus. And because Anderson called him the B word, we're going to keep this PG, I guess, or G, whatever. Yeah, he just kept calling him the B word constantly. So tempers flared. Tyrus said, let's get a ref. I'm going to kill you. If Anderson wins, he gets a shot at EC3 again. So Tyrus is just absolutely useless as a bodyguard, as a helper guy. He loses in tag matches. He loses singles matches. The only time he is ever useful is when it's EC3's own match. When it's only EC3, he always has to, beat up the guy when the ref's not looking. Only time he's not useless, but he loses tag matches, loses single matches. He just stands there. Anderson got the 1-2-3 with the mic check. Good for him. He gets the verse EC3. Yay. The Woz versus the Dirty Heels in the first of the best of 5 series, and it was a good match. I don't know. Like, I wasn't expecting too much from the first match, especially when Eddie Edwards broke his heel, so he's probably going to have to take it a little slow. But first match, it happened where I think Rude went for some type of powerbomb maneuver or something, and one of the Wolves got a quick roll-up. So the Wolves are on the board first, and Rude was freaking out, but Aries said, you know what, it's best of 5. We still got time. So Wolves are up 1, and apparently, according to Mike Tenay, the statistics guy, he said if you win the first fall, if you win the first match, you're probably going to win the whole thing. So thanks for spoiling that, Mike, today. Just kidding. Taryn, all right, we're going to talk about the Dollhouse and Taryn's second segment. She was with Jade and Marty when they had their match. But this was quite possibly the greatest TNA segment I've witnessed in my life. So if you don't know, I absolutely love Taryn Terrell. I think she's the greatest person that's ever lived. Screw you, Aries. She was like going on about how she had like lingerie on. Jade and Marty were in like not lingerie. They were in their like bra and panties because YOLO. That makes great TV. Anyway, yeah, she had like some robe thing on, and she came out and was saying how she met Gail Kim's stepdaughters and how they loved her, and she showed 2 pictures, and the stepdaughters were like, "We don't even know who you are. Like, you're not relevant." And so she showed a bunch of pictures, and then she said she's gonna show Robert, Gail Kim's husband, like a real woman or something, and took her robe off, and it was the greatest moment of my life, like in all honesty. No, but seriously, she took off her robe, and it was just like Mom, go away. I'm not watching anything. This is wrestling. And yeah, greatest segment ever. If you haven't watched that segment, please just exit out of this video. I really could care less. Exit out of this video and go watch it because greatest segment ever. It's on their YouTube page for like 40 seconds. Best 40 seconds of your life. But yeah, and then Gail Kim came out and attacked the Dollhouse, and she beat the crap out of them. And the segment was beautiful. That's all I got to say. Moving on. Once again, segment beautiful. Best segment of the night. Anyway, Jesse versus Robbie E. And the bromance are, breaking up. Sad day. Match starts. Robbie gets a quick roll-up, wins in about 20 seconds. And Jesse says, dude, I wasn't ready. Come on, let's do another match. Robbie, he says, okay. And match starts 20 seconds later, pins him. So Jesse's down 2-0, and he says, my trunks, they weren't tied. Come on, the match hasn't started yet. Let's do another. And they have like a minute, and Robbie E pins him. So Robbie E pins him 3 times. Jesse says, you know what? I've had enough of this, blah, blah, blah. Talking on the mic. Hits Robbie E with the mic. Picks him up. Gorilla press. Throws him out of the ring. Like, that was impressive. Like, I was like, dang. He just tossed him, like, just out of the ring like it was nothing. Falls on the floor. He comes out. Puts a chair around Robbie E's neck, like CM Punk style when he used to do it. Throws him right into the ring post and probably kills him in the process. He's probably crippled. But, yeah, Jesse Goddard is a big heel now, and he just lost to Robbie E 3 times. So I don't really take him seriously, but he's a heel now, so good for him. Maybe he'll have a match at Slammiversary. I don't know. Team Angle versus Team EY in a hardcore thing. I did not really watch this match. I was still kind of intrigued about the Terran segment, so I was kind of busy with that. Anyway, that match, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of it, but basically, they announced earlier Angle's going to verse EY again for the title in an I Quit match. So I was thinking, EY is going to get the win. They're going to make him look good, and then he's going to lose in the I Quit match. So that's exactly what happened. EY got Chris Melendez in a pile driver and just pile drove the crap out of him, made him like bounce. Like, he has a really impressive pile driver, I must say. And got the 1-2-3. He beat Chris Melendez in the big tag match or whatever. Not tag match, 5-man match. And to get really good heat, ripped off Chris Melendez's prosthetic leg. So that was just like, geez, this is intense. And Angle comes in the ring and like does a girly little push, and he's like, why did you do that? Are you out of your mind? Like, if you see a guy rip off someone's prosthetic leg, I don't think you're just going to girly push him and say, what are you doing? I think you're going to like tackle him, beat the crap out of him. But no, Angle just stands there and watches while everyone knows what EY's about to do. EY grabs the prosthetic leg, hits Angle with it, and then chokes him with it, screaming at him to quit while Angle is like foaming at the mouth because he's like about to pass out. So it seems like they brought Chris Melendez in just to get that heat, I guess. Like, I don't know what they're doing with Chris Melendez, but it seemed like he was only brought in there just to get his leg ripped off. To that one viewer that stayed on for this entire show, dude, you're the real MVP. I love you. Top 5 segment. This is talked about by my buddy WWE TNA 1152. I'm just gonna shout him out every chance I get. He brought up this segment. It's a great segment. I love doing it because it actually makes me think about everything and how everything went in the week. And hopefully you guys agree with my top 5. Top 5, I gave number 5 Aerostar because he bounced back from that Drago defeat and he beat a debuting star, Jack Evans. So it's pretty surprising when somebody beats a guy that's debuting. Number 4, EY, just because he got the win on Chris Melendez, and he like made Angle almost pass out. Number 3, I went with Ambrose because once again he is just beating up all his fellow competitors. 2, Phoenix because he got the Avengers Rock-looking thing. I don't know what it's gonna do, but I feel like he's gonna come back like just freaking a gangster when he comes back. Number 1, I went with Jay Briscoe. I know that might be surprising, but he did retain his Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship against Bobby Fish. Gave him a concussion in the process. And I just feel like he's had a really long title run. A lot of people don't like him having that long title run, but he defended his championship and got the win. So I feel like he should be number 1. So I don't know if you disagree with me, sorry. But I just feel like that's how it goes. Match of the week, I gave it to the 7-man Lucha Underground thing again, but I missed Global Wars last night. I didn't watch it, unfortunately, but I heard it freaking tore the roof off the place. Like, I heard the ROH All-Stars versus the Biz Cliz Bullet Club was, like, freaking phenomenal. Apparently, Dave Meltzer said that none of the Lucha Underground matches stacked up against the Global War matches. So, yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I'm really glad for Ring of Honor. So I didn't see that, so maybe that's why I didn't put any Ring of Honor matches as the match of the week. But, yeah, I'm going to go with the Lucha Underground match. And kick-out segment, talk about the positives. The Taryn Terrell segment. I feel like that's all I have to say, in all honesty. No, but seriously, that is an actual positive. Taryn Terrell segment. Global Wars and War of the Worlds freaking is tearing the house down. I'm hearing it's been awesome, and that's really good. I really want to pick up the DVD Global Wars when it comes out because I just heard ROH versus the All Stars versus Bullet Club was awesome. There's another match I heard that was really good. I think a lot of the matches were really good, but that's really good. Payback's tomorrow. I mean, I know it's probably not the most well thought out storyline wise, but it's a pay-per-view, so let's get excited for that. NXT TakeOver specials next week, and those are always good. There hasn't been a bad one. So Unstoppable, that'll be really, really good. And yeah, that's about it, I guess. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at 7WBRocks. If you have any ideas, please let me know to better the show. I went way too long talking. Maybe one of your suggestions is, dude, shut up. That'd be cool. I don't really care. Maybe I should have guests. Excuse me. Let me know. And might watch the Young Bucks DVD that I still haven't watched. Maybe the Destruction of the Shield DVD tonight. I don't know. But hopefully it's a good night. So thank you so much for watching. I think I already said follow me on Twitter at 7WRocks. And that one viewer, you're the real MVP. I love you. All right, so thank you so much for watching. As always, have a nice day.